I love Taiwan is a sentence I guarantee you that almost every single foreigner has said at least once during their life here in Taiwan. And if you ask me, they are 100% right, because Taiwan is simply an amazing country which absolutely deserves to be loved by every single one. And although I can almost guarantee that every single foreigner living here in Taiwan will all agree that we do in fact all love Taiwan, I think that we love Taiwan for slightly different reasons, and in fact the one Taiwan that we love is in fact many different kinds of Taiwans. So in this video I want to share my Taiwan with you, and I might have been inspired by a certain Peruvian illustrator which you all should be familiar with by now, and I have actually created my own personal unique map of Taiwan which I will show you a little bit later in this video. But before I do so, I also want to share the background and the reason for why I decided to spend way too much time creating this map, not only for myself but also for you as well. And I also want to share what could only be described as my personal 10-year-long love relationship with Taiwan. So in order for me to properly explain my love story and my love relationship with Taiwan, I first need to share my very simple philosophy when it comes to love and relationships in general. And with the risk of sounding very lame and corny right now, doesn't matter if it's the love for another person or the love for a country such as Taiwan. The way I see love is like a fire burning in your heart, which will keep your entire body warm, but that could also burn you very bad. But another similarity between love and fire is that in the beginning, in order to get things going, you do need that spark. But most importantly, if you want to keep that spark alive for 1, 2, 10 years, or if you're even luckier than that, for the rest of your life, you do need to continue to add a lot more things to that fire to keep that spark alive. And I actually had this exact experience with my love for Taiwan as well, but ironically, my spark of fire was actually a shower of water.
虽然这个是10年以前，我还记得很清楚。早上5、6点左右，我一个人在那个淋浴间，完全没有衣服，只有一个毛巾而已，然后我的头发还湿湿的。但是洗澡以后，我开门出去那个淋浴间，我发现完全没有空气冷的感觉，因为那个冷气不好。台湾8月热死了。完全没有这个感觉，可能对你们来说没有那么特别的事情，但是我真的被自己停止了，然后真的试试看，好好的讲出来，刚刚发生什么事，然后这些21年以内也完全没听到可能会有这个热空气感觉的情况，但是到台湾第2天早上，又马上发现这个完全不知道可以发生的一件事情。所以我就从在台湾第2天就知道台湾是一个很特别的国家。
And after that very unique shower experience, I spent the next 7 years exploring everything here in Taiwan, everything from Danshui up in the north to Xindian down in the south. And if you are familiar with Taiwanese geography, you do realize that Xindian still very much counts to the northern parts of Taiwan. But that was pretty much my entire life during my first 7 years here in Taiwan. But something that I forgot during my first 7 years here in Taiwan was to continue adding things to this fire. So although it's very impressive that that first spark still was alive after my first 5 to 6 years here, as time went by, my love for Taiwan slowly started to burn out and getting replaced by my love for my life here in Taiwan, which to 100% consisted of video and computer games. And for those of you who know me in person from before this YouTube journey, you do know that I literally spent 100% of my time playing video and computer games. And exploring with Yuan back then literally meant trying to find a new internet cafe we could play from. So after 1 to 2 years of loving my life here in Taiwan, instead of loving Taiwan itself, I decided it was best for both of us if we broke up the relationship and I left Taiwan for good. But before I bought that one-way ticket back home, as much as I had already decided to break up with Taiwan at that point, something told me that I would still miss Taiwan once I got back home, especially my absolute favorite place of Teapot Mountain. So before I bought that plane ticket, I actually bought this GoPro camera for 16,000 NT. And I figured that if I only record 10 videos from 10 different places here in Taiwan, then I would have everything I need back home in Sweden in case, in the unlikely scenario that I will ever actually miss Taiwan one day. But 1600 NT per memory and experience is still a lot of money, but I thought that maybe those videos would still be something that I would look back to many years from now as well. And today, what at least feels like many years later, this single GoPro purchase have now turned into a multiple camera setup, this entire YouTube recording studio, literally hundreds of completely new, unique experiences here in Taiwan. But most importantly, it created a second spark for my love for Taiwan, which of course is something I make sure to continue adding new things and new videos to every single week. And I can proudly admit that even after living here for over 10 years in total, my love for Taiwan has actually never been greater. And for those of you who have been subscribing to my channel for a while, you do know that the main purpose of this YouTube channel is to introduce Taiwan for other foreigners. And who knows, maybe one of my videos could be that first spark to start the curiosity for Taiwan. Or maybe my videos and my Taiwan can work as a guide to where others can find these things that they can add to their Taiwan fire to keep that fire burning for a little bit longer. But since we right now are encouraged to stay more at home due to the recent COVID-19 level 3 restrictions, and since I recently had a little bit more free time since I have been staying home due to the COVID-19 level 3 restrictions, I decided to take my now almost 3 years of experience traveling around making these videos every single week. I decided to take these videos and put them all in one single map so I can for the first time actually show you how my Taiwan actually looks like. So, although we're not allowed to go out and continue to explore Taiwan, hopefully you will be able to use this map and continue to explore my Taiwan, just like I have the last 3 years. I should also mention that if you want to take this one step further, you are highly encouraged to also follow me on Google Maps. So I will leave 2 links down in the description. One of them will go straight to this map where you can actually discover my Taiwan one video at a time. But starting from this year, as I have been out traveling around Taiwan, I have also started to leave a lot of reviews at pretty much every single place we have ever stopped at. And on my Google Maps account, you will see all the photos and actually, I think for the first time ever, my personal feedback and my Google reviews of every single place we have actually been to between or even during all these videos. So far, I think I am a Google Local Guide level 6, so please do help me and a friend of yours as well by sharing this video, my Google Maps account, and also this map over how actually my Taiwan looks like. Maybe you have a friend who is stuck at home who might need some inspiration on where to go once these level 3 restrictions are over, or maybe you know someone who needs a little bit help of adding more things to that fire and love for Taiwan. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lukas. It starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.